is the very first episode of Rocker in the Kitchen, and my very first guest, Miss Lzzy Hale from Halestorm.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
I know that you cook. What's your specialty?
I feel like it's more of a method. I have to troubleshoot a lot because I live with a bunch of boys. We don't necessarily always have the fridge or the cupboard stock. So I feel like I can look in the cupboard and be like, okay, we have that, we have that, we have that. All right, this is what I'm making. But I hardly really ever go by recipe. I usually start there, but then it's just fun.
And use your imagination.
Yeah, you gotta be a little creative.
That's mostly what I do as well. Today we're gonna cook turkey tetrazzini because it's after Thanksgiving, and what do you do with all that leftover turkey? I mean, how many turkey sandwiches can you eat, for real? And we're gonna start off with a cranberry relish. We have a bag of fresh cranberries. Would you mind? We'll dump those right in there.
This will be my first relish.
Really?
Yeah.
You've never had cranberry relish?
I've never had cranberry, but I've never made it either.
We're gonna dump the bag of cranberries right into the pot that we're gonna cook it in. The whole thing.
Okay.
You can never have too much cranberry relish. Then we're gonna do a bag of frozen blueberries. And then we're going to add a cup of sugar. Lzzy, did you ever zest an orange before?
Oh, yes.
Ah, it's always fun, very therapeutic.
Nice.
You can do it right on there.
Sweet.
And the handy dandy microplane. I like to put zest in it because all the essential oils are in the zest, and it really elevates the flavor of the relish. Just take the zest, put it right up on the knife, pop it in there, and then we're gonna let you cut the orange open so we can juice it, because we're gonna use the juice of an entire orange in the cranberry relish. And then we're gonna cook the relish until the cranberries pop. Nice. And when it cools off a little bit, we're gonna put some crushed pineapple in. We're gonna throw some mandarin oranges in, drain the can, and we're gonna do some chopped walnuts.
That is awesome.
All right.
All right.
All right. We'll do this. This is cool. I'm sure you're real.
It's the old-fashioned way.
Or you can just squeeze it right in. All right. Now we're gonna take it and we're gonna stick it right on the cooktop.
Okay.
And what you do is you wait until the sugar melts and the cranberries start to pop, and then you take it off, you cool it off, and then you're gonna put your pineapples and your mandarin oranges and your walnuts in it, and you're gonna chill it, and then you're gonna serve it to everybody, and they're gonna go, wow, this is pretty awesome.
The first thing that I ever really made, I've spent my probably my entire existence in a rock band trying not to be like Lady in the Kitchen, and then when I moved out of my parents' place, obviously I'm like, wow, I guess I gotta cook for myself. and I found out I really enjoy it. And the first thing that I made was a rosemary chicken.
Do any of the other band members cook? Any of the boys cook?
Each one of them has their own kind of specialty. Josh, my bass player, loves to grill, so we usually let him do that. My brother in the band makes great pancakes.
Homemade or biscuit?
Homemade.
Right on.
Yes, and he, I guess it runs in the family, is very experimental as well. And there was one time that he attempted banana peanut butter pancakes, and they did not look pretty, but they tasted really good. My guitar player, Joe, he's from Wisconsin, and so all the recipes that he knows came from his mother. So he makes, beer brats and a mean chili, basically a lot of like cold weather food because it snows a lot in Wisconsin. So, yeah, depending on what I feel like, I'll use the boys for their talents.
Okay. It'll thicken up, and what you do is you let it cool off. You put crushed pineapple. You put a half a can of the big crushed pineapple in. Then you would put the drained can of mandarin oranges in. And then you would put like a half a cup of walnuts. That's optional because some people have nut allergies. And you chill it, and when it's cold, it's thickened.
Yeah.
It thickens itself.
That's
I don't
amazing.
have to put cornstarch or anything in it. It does it on its own. Now on to the Tetrazzini. Here we go. We're going to do a half a pound of the portobellos, the baby bellas, and I have regular button mushrooms. These are already sliced.
What is I put mushrooms in my meatloaf now.
Do you cook them first, or you put them in? I
end up kind of sautéing them in just a small saucepan with some butter and a little bit of oil.
I'm going to put a couple tablespoons of olive oil, and I believe we have 3 tablespoons of butter. And what I love about the butter is they have all the measurements on here. It's like a half a cup of butter.
Nice. Makes everything much better.
You've never had turkey tetrazzini before?
No.
This is new to you.
Many firsts this morning.
It's really easy. It's really easy to do, and it's great to do with leftover turkey. Look at all the turkey we have left over from the breast from yesterday.
Bam. Sorry, I know that's not.
You're so cute. That's fun.
Excited.
So when you guys don't cater in, when you're on the road and you're at a venue and you don't cater in, what do you usually order? What do you guys? Because I know you guys will order food if you're not catering.
Yeah, I mean, we try to be as healthful as possible, just because you're out on the road, and especially depending on the time of year, it's like we're not necessarily doing Taco Bell every night. Actually, we have a rule: no Taco Bell.
Okay.
But that's a whole other story. No Taco Bell on the bus. But I don't know. I mean, for ordering out, I usually I stick to a lot of if there's a quality meat or veggie, although I do have a weakness for pub burgers or something like that. Just kind of the gourmet burgers that we're just get some nodding heads. Well, you can't go wrong with a burger.
So it's not just pizza anymore.
No, it's not just pizza anymore. Although we do like to keep our crew happy, so we end up trying to get pizza for everybody.
Right. Okay, so we're gonna make the cream sauce. We have. It does.
Put the whole thing in there. It's fine.
We are gonna put the whole thing in there. How about that? Let's talk about the album. How long did it take you guys to record?
Not long. Maybe a tad over a month.
Okay.
We ended up doing this record differently this time. We recorded it in Nashville, and we ended up doing all of the basic tracks live to tape. So, which actually makes it a little bit more complicated, because instead of you basically putting everything in a computer and making sure that everything is perfect, it's more about all 4 of you riding the same wave,
Wow.
together. So we would get there at 11 a.m. and pick whatever song we're going to do and do it over and over again until each one of us made it all the way through the song, not messing up. And which was funny, because every time somebody would mess up in the band, it was like, oh man, it's your fault. We got to do it all over again. So
to pop the flour, I need a 1/4 cup of flour for that.
Okay. Nice.
There you go. So we're just it's gonna come a little pasty, and you just want to make sure the flour is completely incorporated into the butter. You want to cook it for a minute or so. Make sure everything's melted, because you don't want that floury taste.
Nothing like a big teaspoon of flour in your mouth. Yummy.
Who produced your record?
A new producer called Jay Joyce. Actually, he's not necessarily very new, but
New to you.
He was new to us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he's kind of a mad scientist. It's very much in the same way as cooking. It's like you just kind of have all of these ingredients and don't really know what the end result was going to be, but we had a lot of fun chasing after whatever got us excited, and ended up really creating a body of work this time. And I feel like we ended up bridging the gap between what people have heard on our last records and then what they see when we play live. So that was quite the accomplishment at the end of it.
How did you choose him? What made you choose him?
We wanted to shake things up and not do our past 2 records we've done in LA with the same producer, and we just wanted to do something different, get out of LA. And this guy is kind of he's a rocker dude, but because he's in Nashville, he does a lot of country. So it's a lot of he did. Actually, he did Eric Church his last 2 records, but ironically, we actually ended up all meeting at the same time, and so there was no real one influence to the other. Mm-hmm. Little Big Town, but what I love about what he's done with some of these country artists is that he really incorporates a lot of this kind of classic rock element into what they do. So we were very curious to see what he would do with a rock band, and I'm just excited for everyone to hear it.
when are we going to get our hands on it? When does it go to the public?
We're actually arguing about that this week, so I don't have a date for you yet, but it'll be soon.
So what I did was I put 1.5 cups of half and half, and I did a can of chicken broth. That goes into it.
Ooh.
Then we're going to put a little alcohol in it. We're going to do about a quarter cup of sherry, something like that.
Never a problem
I
with
think
that.
that's enough.
That's how you officially measure the cherry, by the
Yeah.
way.
And nutmeg. It's on that table over there. You'll see it. We're going to put a little bit of nutmeg in there. We'll do just a little bit of nutmeg because it's a good enhancement when you make a cream sauce. I do like a quarter teaspoon, half a teaspoon. And what we do is we just, we let it sit here until it comes to a bubble. This will also thicken up.
Gotcha.
And it's going to go over our delicious rotini pasta.
Yes.
We have rotini pasta. I always like using rotini. A lot of people use egg noodles in their tetrazzini. I happen to like rotini because the sauce gets in those little nooks and crannies, the little corkscrews. The rotini's corkscrew pasta. So we'll get this going, and then some people add peas. I like edamame, a little healthier.
Nice.
You're adding some extra protein to it, and then we get crazy and we do grated parm. And we do, I like to do the Italian blend. I used to do provolone, but I rewrote the recipe, so it's Italian blend.
Nice.
Next time, you're bringing the recipe.
Oh, yeah. No, it's on. It's on.
This is going to go on top of part of the parm, half the parm, and half the blended Italian cheese will go on top of the tetrazzini like a crumb, like you eat macaroni and cheese that has the crumbs on it.
Nice.
All right. Usually do about a half a cup, but I'll eyeball it. That's about right. All right. What's that? You put in as much as you think is a half a cup.
Oh,
A little bit more now.
half a cup cheese lover style, which is probably a little more than that.
There we go. I think we're good.
You got it?
I think so. And what we do, yeah, that's a cheese girl. All right, so we're pretty much done with the cream sauce. End it. All right.
Yeah.
See how it bubbled and thickened up? That looks good. Now we're going to take our the pasta. We're going to take our pasta. We're going to pop that over there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the cream sauce and we're just going to pour it right over the pasta.
That is awesome.
Yum, right? Okay.
You're right about the noodles. They just capture all of the...
Yeah. And we just kind of mix it through. Yummy. And then you're going to grab the mushrooms behind you and you're going to throw them right in here.
Get in there. I'm blocking it.
That's okay.
Nice. Get in there. Not one of you is getting out of this.
It's delicious.
Sweet.
All right. And then we're just going to mix everything through. And we are going to throw a little bit of granulated garlic in, usually about a teaspoon or so. Throw a little bit of onion powder in. Yeah, about another teaspoon of that. Another hint of nutmeg, just a little bit.
I never thought about using nutmeg.
Well, in cream sauces and greens, usually people use it. It brings out, it does something to it, but I know I like
pumpkin
it.
pie anymore, people.
Right. Right. It's in pumpkin pie spice with the cinnamon and the allspice and that sort of thing. And then we're going to add more cheese.
Of course we are.
Oh, wait a minute. Before we add the cheese, let's toss in the edamame. You got the scissor over there. And I like to add a little rosemary to it as well. There you go, a little frozen edamame. I like it shelled. You don't have to sit there and take it out of the pod there. That's just crazy. That's too crazy. And then rosemary. I like rosemary. I don't know, like a tablespoon, something like that. Maybe a little bit less. And we can use this knife. It's no big deal. You know, after you eat something the second day, and it tastes even better than when you made it the first time, I love that too. You just throw the rosemary right in, and that's that. And then we mix it up. And then, Lizzy, we are going to add more cheese. We do, there you go. Throw in like another half a cup. You do that one, I'll do this one. This is Parmesan, and again, we're doing an Italian blend. So, what I think might be a half a cup. That's about right.
Give it to me. There you go. Right? A little more?
Why not?
Yeah.
And then I took the leftover turkey and I just chopped it up. Yeah. Just kind of cubed it. And now we're just gonna mix it all in. Oh my goodness.
It's amazing.
Looks crazy now, but when it's done, after you take it out of the oven, unbelievable. It's so good. I made it for my man, and he took the whole platter home with him. So I said, better on your hips than mine, buddy. But it was all good. And we could add a little salt and pepper. Yeah. We do a little salt and pepper. Do that, and we have a thing of salt over here somewhere. And while this is in the oven, we're going to finish the cranberry relish, and then we're good.
All good. If you're not getting messy while you're cooking, it's not
okay.
worth it.
Look at her. I love having you in the kitchen with me. This is great. How long you guys been on the road?
We just started a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
And so it hasn't been that long yet, but the years, they do fly by.
Yeah.
So the next time you see me, it won't seem like it's been that long. But
are you playing any new songs in concert? Are you doing anything?
We're hinting at a few, and slowly but surely we'll end up adding more.
Okay. Now you are gonna
more cheese.
We're gonna do it. It's the breadcrumb. It's a third of a cup of panko, a third of a cup of Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, the Italian blended cheese, and the parmesan. And Lzzy and I are gonna go to town on top of this Tetrazzini. People love that. Oh, and we're not done after that because we're gonna put a little bit of butter on top of it as well, because it helps the breadcrumbs get brown, and everybody loves that sort of thing.
My mother used to make like a tuna noodle casserole.
Yeah, she do this?
And she would do this, and then she would put butter on top. And
you put little dots of butter?
It was just amazing. We would always fight over like the crispier pieces on the end, with the cheese everywhere. Little brother usually got it because
is that right?
Trying to be responsible older sister, but
put the butter out like that. What I usually do is I just cut it right in half, and then I do. You could take it and dot the top of the pop them all over. That should be good, right?
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Then you put it into a 375 degree oven, and you do that for about 30-35 minutes until it's golden brown. She's the butter arranger.
Yeah, sorry, I just got to be even with space. It's my OCD showing.
That's right. All right, and away we go to the oven.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're at the Starland Ballroom here. Only the very best. And hopefully that doesn't...
And it just proves that you can make this anyway.
Exactly. Exactly. Ooh, it's a chili. So the relish has finally cooled down just a little bit. And what I usually like to do is take a little crushed pineapple.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to drain it. I'm not going to use the whole can, probably just about half the can. I think this is like a 20-ounce can, something like that. You want to take that and just take maybe half of this?
Sure.
There you go.
There's half.
I like your measurement technique. Nice job. And just mix it through the relish.
Sweet.
I like the crushed pineapple just because it disappears in there, but the minute you taste it, you taste it. And then I take an 11-ounce can, I drain the mandarin oranges, 11-ounce can of mandarin oranges drained. You mix it through, you chill it. Do you want to taste it?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Let me just I'm going to grab a clean.
Do I want to taste it? I've been seeing it.
Here's to you. Click.
Oh, look.
It's
a battle.
I just knocked her mandarin orange off her little spoon raft.
That's amazing.
That is good.
You're right. You can really taste the pineapple in that. That's really good.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to leave that for you and the band to enjoy.
Oh, thank you very much.
We have the Tetrazzini to go get. Oh, that looks yummy.
Goodness. It smells amazing.
Nice. Good use of foot.
Yeah. Look at this guy. All right, I'm just gonna run away with this.
You know, I was in the liquor store yesterday looking for a good wine to go with the Tetrazzini, and then I realized you're from Pennsylvania, so I got this Pennsylvania Dutch eggnog. It is holiday time, so I think we'll do a little bit of that while you cut into that.
All right.
And serve up a couple of pieces of the turkey Tetrazzini. Yum!
It's amazing.
Good.
Really, you should taste this, but you can't. So we're gonna eat.
They can make it.
You can make it. And then
We'll
you
put
can
the recipe up. Here's to the first episode of Rocker in the Kitchen.
Woo!
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime, next time you come back, she's bringing the recipe.
Oh yeah, it's on.
Thank you. See you next time on Rocker in the Kitchen.